Welcome back to Real Estate and Me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Colvin Kraus. I am a realtor with the Greater Victoria Property Group. I am also VP of Commercial Real Estate for Royal LePage Vancouver Island, and I am proud to live in Langford. I am the go-to investment realtor for Southern Vancouver Island, and I am a hyper-localized specialist here, Langford, Colwood, and the growth that's happening in this area. That being said, for those of you who have listened to me before on the various platforms that I'm on, you know that the majority of the growth for the capital region is happening out in what's called the West Shore. So Souk, Langford, and Colwood. And the real driver of that has been Langford. And so there are different strategies, different methods, different models that work in this particular market. And I was recalling a video I listened to by Mike Rowe. For those of you who don't know Mike Rowe did the the TV series called Dirty Jobs. And he's awesome. He actually reminds me of a friend of mine. Shout out to Lauren Zacharias. You're hilarious. And you should probably start a show like that as well. So he was telling a story about how he met this guy who was like super rich, and he serviced septic tanks, and he did it in a really comedic way. And he was talking about is this whole idea of like following your passion is actually like really cringeworthy, and really that you can become passionate about what you do. And so this guy, like, he wasn't always passionate about people's poop, as he describes it. You know, he saw what other people were doing and what people were running away from, and he went to what people were not going to. In fact, what some people were running away from, and that was dealing with people's poop. And so he started doing that, and he became passionate about it, about servicing people, about being the best that there is at doing that, and then he became rich. What does that have to do with real estate in Victoria or Langford? Well, I'm going to get to that. One of the models that I've talked about before is the ticking gold mine. And so I got to thinking, like, what if there was a way to, take that ticking gold mine and make it like a grenade where you know that there's a short period of time rather than, well, if I buy this 150 acres somewhere, eventually it's going to be redeveloped. And I think some people get caught in that. And their strategy and where they are and where they want to be, like, that strategy just doesn't work. And so in my real estate practice lately, I've been doing a lot in the development world. For those of you who know me, that's no surprise. I've been doing that for a couple years now. But one of the really unique aspects of that is, what is something that a property needs to have in order to be developed into higher density? Like, townhouses or apartments or condos. Sewer! People's poop has to go somewhere. So if you can get passionate about people's poop, you stand to make profit in real estate, and I'll get into showing you exactly how to do that. Stay with me. Thanks for following me along here. So this is the little bit that I was talking about with Mike Rowe. When it comes to earning a living and being a productive member of society, I don't think people should limit their options to those vocations they feel passionate towards. I met a lot of people on dirty jobs who really loved their work, but very few of them dreamed of having the career they ultimately chose. I remember a very successful septic tank cleaner who told me his secret of success. Quote, "I looked around to see where everyone else was headed, and then I went the opposite way," he said. "Then I got good at my work, and then I found a way to love it. Then I got rich." And I love that. So let's dive into some of the things here. If you are interested in investing in the West Shore, these are some of the things that you really need to be aware of. First of all, anywhere in Greater Victoria, you need to have this pinned to your browser. So maps.crd.bc.ca. It's an amazing way to just quickly pan around, find the different lots, and then you utilize this. So let's go here, boom, copy. And this is something else you should have pinned to your browser, right? So BC assessment. And I can just copy and paste that here. Make sure I click the right one. And now I can find out some information on the property, right? Assessed value, which we all know is not indicative of market value, but homeowners often think it is. Year built, the generals about the house, and the land size, right? So this is super, super important. And then we can just use Google. So if I'm doing 0.265 of an acre, that's 11,000 square feet. That's a great size redevelopment property for medium density, right? So a low-rise apartment condo building, few townhomes, whatever. So why is this important? How do we follow or get ahead of people's poop to make money in real estate? So I want to take you to Souk Road. So in Langford, for those of you who don't know, they contract a company called Corix. They work with West Shore Environmental, and they do the sewer systems. It's not Langford itself. And so they have a website. You can go on there and boom, look at this. Oh, what do we have here? July 23rd, 2020. West Shore Environmental Services will be installing approximately 140 meters of sewer line along Souk Road between street numbers 2736 and 2756. Construction will begin tentatively late August with completion by late September 2020. For those of you who live here and have to drive through that section of road, you know that that is a load and that it is still all torn up and under construction, causing all kinds of issues. The sewer may be done, but there's probably other utilities going in like water and BC Hydro, things that developments need because development drives infrastructure here. For those of you who I hope you're watching. If you're not, I hope I'm explaining things well enough. If you're listening to this via podcast, that you get some good information from this. So if I go to the maps.crd.bc.ca, I can see this section right here, right? And so it ends in 2756, and we've already assessed that that's about 11,000 square feet. Something you need to know about when this happens: when sewer is brought in front of your property, at least here, you are handed a notice. You have to hook up to sewer by a certain day. That can cost a lot of money, like $15,000 to $30,000, depending how far your house is from the street, right? Because they have to dig it up and run the sewer line to your house, and then you have to actually connect it within the house, and you have to decommission the septic system. You know, whether that means tearing it out or decommissioning it in place. So the homeowners here are going to have a problem. They have to pay for this, which can be a lot of money. So you could come in, maybe you solve it as a mortgage broker. Hey, I'll help you tap the equity. We'll get it sorted. Maybe come in as a private money lender. Hey, I know that you love your home. You've been here 40 years. I can help you pay for this. I just put a charge on your property, and boom, you've got a safety deposit box because you know that this land is now serviceable. It's on a highway. It's slated for, or it will be slated for, density or use changes because it's on a highway. And as such, it goes up in value. So those are some of the issues. If I scroll down here, so again, those of you who are listening rather than watching, if you are heading west on Souk Road towards Souk from that property, you'll pass something affectionately known as the Chicken Ranch. And the Chicken Ranch, well, it's just that. It was a really old chicken ranch. They farmed chickens. But massive parcel, I think it's about 13 acres, and it was recently bought by a large developer in Vancouver. I believe they're BD, I'll have to double check. Anyway, it's going to be a light industrial park. So it's also on the highway, close to where the sewer is coming by, surprise, surprise, and the other utilities. So this speaks to what you're going to be able to do in the area, which is redevelop and or change use. And they're going to be servicing more of this area because this big development's happening. So BD is likely having to pay a substantial amount of money to drag the services out here. And then everyone else has to pay to catch up. So great. You've followed people's poop and their needs, and now you can make money off of it. Another municipality here that's trying to do the same thing as Langford with the explosive growth is Colwood. They recently had a mayoral change. And for those of you who are watching, get a load of this. This is the Colwood Sewer Master Plan. My eyes glaze over just looking at it. Look at this thing. And you'll notice that this red line with the circle, that's proposed sanitary main. Well, wait a minute. If basically the entire map is proposed sanitary, that means that almost all of this area doesn't have sewer. It's on septic. So do you think Colwood or any city could install this amount of sewer main in a relatively short amount of time? Because remember, what we're trying to do is take the buying in the path of development, or the ticking gold mine strategy, and condense it. Well, the answer is a resounding no. That would be extremely expensive, and it would take many, many years. So this little yellow circle here, this was a property that a client of mine was considering. And it's on Souk Road near Veterans Memorial. And right here, closer to Veterans Memorial, is a new big townhome development. Development drives infrastructure. So if you call the engineering department, they are running sewer here because the townhomes need sewer. You're not going to install one septic system for 50 townhomes, and you're not going to install 50 septic systems for 50 townhomes. It just doesn't work that way. So they're going to run sewer there, but they're going to stop there. And so to extend, to pay out of your pocket to run the sewer to this property that's circled here, it's going to be, upwards of $200,000. And so it may make your development not doable. So call the engineering department. Hey, what's next? Where are you running sewer next? For those of you who know Colwood, you'll notice that this is not the entire story. This map here that they've framed in, this is not all of Colwood. And actually the single biggest residential development that's going on in all of the West Shore right now is left off this map, and that's Royal Bay. Royal Bay is down Machosen Road. It's right along the water. It's beautiful. They're going to do like a big city center development. There's, other large industries like Royal BC Museum is building something out there. That whole development is serviced by sewer. It's driving infrastructure. And so the next thing they're going to do is they're going to connect the rest of this road here, which is Machosen Road. Awesome. So now that we know that that's happening, we can zoom in here. Let's do the same thing that we did before. So this looks like a big parcel, 3175. So let's do 3175 Souk Road. So go up here. 3175 Souk Road. Or sorry, Machosen Road, not Souk Road. Boom, there it is. Okay, so we can tell by A and B that it is a stratified either duplex or two strata lots, maybe a panhandle going on. So A is, that's strange, it doesn't have, that's very, so BC assessment not infallible, 3175 Machosen. Let's do B. Also doesn't have the land size. Did I pick the right one? I may not have picked the right one. 3175 Machosen Road. That's really strange. It's not coming up with the land size. Stratified duplex. Okay, let's pick another one. Another way that you can hack it is you could use this map. And because I know the area, I can go down here. Boom, boom. There's Machosen Road. I can find... Oh, it was picking up 3153. This is 315. Oh, dyslexia. 3157. For those of you who saw that or heard me talk about it the wrong way, you're awesome. Sorry that I screwed that up. So 3157 Machosen Road. Looks like it's a fairly old house just hanging out there. It's 0.91 of an acre, right? So we go back to our trusty dusty calculator here. 0.91 of an acre that will be coming up on sewer in the near future because that's the next priority for Colwood. 39,000 square feet. 39,639.6 for those who are interested. Can you do a substantial townhome development or low-rise condo or apartment building on that? Heck yes, you can. So you can get in front of people's poop. You could door knock this property, tie it up, and you're doing pretty good. You can hold that, wait for the sewer, connect to sewer. Now you have a very valuable piece of property to developers. And right now, Victoria, our problem is that we have so many people coming here and we don't have places to put them, be it rentals or properties to buy. And so developers have a problem, and that's that they need development land, and they need it, obviously at the right price, because if they overpay, they go bankrupt, and they're not going to do that. But now you hold a piece of property that they want, and you're going to be able to help them solve that problem. You're going to make money for it, or you hold on to it and you partner, or you develop it yourself. Whatever the strategy is for disposition, you can handle that. But look along here, guys. There's a lot of properties, and if you live here and you drive down this, most of these are not new. Most of these are older, and a lot of these are good-sized lots, or you could put 2 or 3 of them together, and you have an even better property. So this is the strategy in general. If you want to be a poop chaser and make money in real estate that way, it's very viable. It is a way to shorten the time frame of payout when going in the path of development. So I hope you found this extremely tactical. I hope you're actually pinning these on your browser so that as you assess investment opportunities here in lower southern Vancouver Island, that you can do it faster and make a ton of money. Until next time, solve problems, make money.